Two sets for you today, all from Uncarved block. One set, the green ones, are the blades that are screw-ons, and the other set are the bolt-on blades. And they sent us a little note with all of their holes, which is lovely. If anyone can actually make out what this says, that would be awesome, because there's something of the screw-ons relating, levitating, lactating? No, I'm not sure it's lactating. So, we'll kick it. Uncarved block has switched to urethane, which the whole world should rejoice, and we should insert ha right here. Ha. We'll start with the screw-on blades. They're actually pretty big. Urethane, as always, that wonderful Uncarved block, you can't mistake it, yin yang logo. 4 screws, quite a long hold, but the sanding you can see from the back is actually really quite nice. You're going from quarter pad to a pad to a pad and a bit to, like, you know, it goes from one end to another. You're looking at 4 hands big, really quite well built, and on the drop test it's going to be quite interesting. I'm half tempted to smash this on the coffee table to see what happens. Let's ask the cameraman, shall I smash this on the coffee table and see what happens?
Sure.
The urethane is really quite strong. There's a slight manufacturing default on number 2, where there's a bit of bubble that's popped. Again, you're looking at 3 hands, quarter pad to just about a pad. Again, tapering back out to half pad. 3 screw holes in this one. You can see the bubbles are popped. Again, get your agitator table going a little bit better and start popping those bubbles, because, you know, thankfully it's on the back edge, you're not going to have too much trouble. Number 3, little popped again, inset logo. 3 screw holes. This one actually has a big curve on it. You're looking at match, half pad to a pad, and then on the back end a pad again, but it gets sloping, gets thin at the end. These are actually really quite nice holes. Number 4, 3 screw holes. It reminds me of a big Technic flap actually. Not as in-cut and sharp as the Technic flaps, but it reminds me of a Technic flap. The main part you want to hold is a pad deep, and then you're looking at the 2 other sections. Are you looking at half pad and then quarter pad, or half pad going to quarter pad on the end. Again, really quite nice. Interesting sanding job. Like, this bit here is really nice and sanded, but there's a really funny, you can see they've sanded this afterwards where it hasn't been sanded flat on the back. And the last one for the screw-ons, 3 screw holes, bomber sanding. Sanding on this is really nice. You're looking at, on the really small section, 1/3 of a pad, and then you're looking at a pad for the section 4 fingers where you really want to grab. Really quite nicely made holes actually. And then we have the bolt-on blades. Obviously they're bolt-ons because, well, you use a bolt rather than a screw, but they all have set screw washers, which is really quite nice. This guy's really quite big. You're looking at pad and a quarter down to a pad. Beautiful radius, absolutely beautiful curved radius on this. You're not going to have any finger problems. There's nothing sharp on these. Even for urethane, this guy's a little bit heavy. You know, I'm not gonna bitch too much. This is a rail? Seriously? Well, it's obviously a rail, but seriously, you want me to hold on to this thing? Okay. These guys, they did something different on. They actually have a little Uncarved block logo on it. I'll be perfectly frank, I prefer the insets. These guys are a little bit small, I suppose, to put the insets on. Not really. So this guy, you can go 2 ways up. You're looking at, oh Jesus, you're looking at 3rd pad into a pad obviously matchable this way up, but it's very, very slopey. Even a vertical wall, it's sloped. And then you switch it up the other way, which is really, 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 really horribly sloped, and probably the way we're going to put it, because that's way more fun. You know, you're looking at the three hands on these guys without even stressing. Same again. If you look at it this way up, fat to thin, lovely radius, pad on this deepest part to maybe half pad, quarter pad, depending on your finger size, but easily double hand matchable. 2 screws, 1 bolt, inset washers, all as always on Uncarved block. And we go on to the final guy, which this guy actually smacks to be a pinch. Flat out wants to be a pinch. You know, it was born, wanted to be a pinch, ended up as a rail, strangely enough. I'm going to set a whole bunch of stuff. This guy is the most pinchable of it. You know, you can really get your fingers on. You're looking at a pad and a quarter, pad and a half, down into something that's actually much slopier, much harder, just a pad. But it's a beautiful hole, very round, ergonomic shapes. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. So these are the Uncarved block bolt-on blades and screw-on blades. We're going to review them at the same time because they're, you know, bolt-on, screw-on. They're called the same thing. It's all good. Uncarved block from Australia. Got shipped in via TNT. TNT didn't destroy the box last time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at the old Uncarved block video we did, because that box got completely mashed. Ooh.